Hello from Ascend. We're happy to finally be providing you with some classes that you can access over this crazy time and also afterwards. If you have blocks, I would suggest grabbing one. If you have two, awesome, grab two. If you don't, I would find a blanket and fold it up pretty tight. All of ours are actually in the washer, so I cannot show you, but fold it up. We're going to start in a heart opener. So you can use two blocks to get started. I like to start with my first block that will go in between the shoulder blades, lengthwise on the medium height. And then the second block on its lowest height that will support the head. And then having a seat in front of the block, easing your way down. Then once you find a position where your head can still hang off the back of the block and your bottom can still stay connected to the mat, you rest your forehead down and find some sort of variation with your legs that feels right. And then turning your palms face up at your sides. And if you're pretty tight in the shoulder, maybe you leave your hands low. If you can afford more of a heart opener, go ahead and slide your hands away from you. If you have one block, I suggest just putting it underneath the upper back and maybe dropping to a lower height. If you're using a blanket, just placing it in between the shoulder blades. It's a little softer. Just allowing yourself to arrive on your mat. Start to tap into the energy and the vibration of your yoga practice. So beginning to connect to breath. Beginning to connect to whatever it is that provides you with strength. Connecting to that source. Allowing it to fuel the breath, fuel the heart, fuel the mind to accomplish well-being for yourself and for the greater population. Just breathing in and out of the nose. The jaw is soft. See if you can relax your shoulders. Be swallowing a couple times. Begin to deepen each inhale. And lengthen each exhale. Inhale, filling up the belly, ribs and chest. And emptying out. Continue to breathe deep into the belly, filling up. Maybe you slide your hands even further away from the body. Pause again when you start to feel the stretch throughout the heart center and the shoulders, and then pause. Again, allowing the breath and the time to do the work. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And a breath out. Start to slide your hands back down at your sides. Start to inch your elbows underneath the body just to help yourself up. And just setting your props aside. You can just press them, push them away. Doesn't matter where they end up. And then coming down onto your back, and one knee at a time. Bringing knees into the chest and finding a gentle rock side to side. Moving the knees away from the body, finding a gentle rock for the hips, the sacrum. And then grabbing behind your thighs. And just start to round the spine and rock from your tailbone to your shoulders, tailbone to shoulders, tailbone to shoulders. And then you start to pick up some momentum and find yourself in a seated position. Again, if you feel any strain in the knee, always an option to grab a block or a blanket and elevate the hips. Remove any flesh out from underneath your sit bones. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, releasing your right fingertips down at your side. Then finding length through the left side body. And then exhale, start to walk your right fingertips out as you start to lengthen the left side. And then you pause and take an inhale into the left side body. Ground down through the left sit bone. Maybe inch those fingers out even more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your chin is tucked towards your left armpit. Take one more. Inhale, reach it long. And then exhale, swing your left arm out in front of you. Left fingertips drop. And then inhale, sweeping your right hand overhead. Rooting down through your right sit bone. Chin is tucked towards your right armpit. Inhale. Exhale. Taking a big breath in, root down through right sit bone. Exhale. One more breath in to reach. And then exhale, reaching right fingertips forward. Inhale, sweeping left arm overhead. Exhale, reach left fingertips forward. Inhale, sweep right arm overhead. Exhale, right fingertips forward. Inhale, sweep left. Exhale, sweep left fingertips forward. Inhale, right arm overhead. Exhale, find yourself at center for a fold. Option here to find a block for underneath your head or underneath your chest. Keeping your sit bones grounded. Maybe you just stay halfway. Maybe you can soften. Wherever you're at, breathe in. Relax the hips and maybe you go a little bit further. One more inhale. And exhale, walking your hands back towards you. And then dropping the fingertips behind you just to switch whatever foot is in front. So it's kind of the funky feeling, the unnatural way to find your seat. And then again, inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Maybe first your hands drop and you reground your sit bones. And then maybe you find yourself to the block. Maybe the sensation is a bit different on this side. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale as you walk your hands back towards you, setting your blocks and props aside, crossing the ankles, finding all fours. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are stacked. Knees and hips are stacked, always setting your pose from the ground up. And then curling under all 10 toes. We'll inhale to drop the belly button, Lift the heart and gaze and chin. And then exhale, belly button to spine to round it out. Inhale, drop your belly button, lift heart, gaze and chin. And exhale, round it out. One more time, inhale, drop belly button, lift heart, gaze and chin. And exhale, round, press into hands, knees, and feet, and then finding your neutral spine. Keeping the left hand grounded down, follow with the gaze. Inhale, the right hand reaches up, and then exhale, thread the needle, right arm underneath the left. You can keep your right palm face up, dropping the right side of your face down to the mat. Option to stay right here. Option to extend the left arm out, nice and active. Option to stay here. If you want to add a little more, you can lengthen your left toes back. You can stay here, or you can float that left leg off the mat, sending a little more weight into the right shoulder. If you fall out, gently come back in, mindfully come back in. Take an inhale, exhale. One more breath in. And exhale, set your left toes down, left knee down. Left hand slides back beneath the shoulder and unravel. Inhale, right hand high. And then exhale, your right hand down. Curling under the toes once again, around with cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly button, lift heart, gaze, and chin. And exhale, round it out. Coming to your neutral spine, right hand stays down. Inhale, follow with the gaze, left hand lift. And exhale, thread the needle. Left side of your face meets the mat. Right hand can extend forward. Maybe you stay right here. If you want to add a little bit more, your right toes can stay out long. Maybe you float your right heel off the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Where can you find a little softness? Maybe through the right armpit. One more, fill up. Exhale, drop your right toes down, right knee down, right hand back. Inhale, left hand unravels. And exhale, all fours. Curling 10 toes under, inhale, drop the belly button, lift heart, gaze, and chin. And exhale to round. Coming to your neutral spine, walking your hands forward. And then curling under your toes and finding your plank pose or modified by dropping the knees. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Glue down the pointer finger and the thumb a little bit more. Feel like you're pressing the earth away from you. Broaden the collarbone. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your knees. Bend your elbows and please keep them tucked in towards the body. Lower down. And then releasing your hands, stacking one on top of the other. Forehead rests. And then walking the feet wide. Your toes face out and your heels drop in. Continuing with breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And breath out. Start to lift the head. Walk your legs back together. Curling all 10 toes. Sliding your hands back. Fingertips beneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, hug the elbows together. Start to activate the knees. Inhale, lift the heart, press into your palms. And then exhale, down dog. Swing the hips side to side. Finding some movement. Stay connected to that breath. Inhale. And exhale. Then we'll inhale to lift our heels. Exhale to bend our knees, look at our hands, step our right foot and our left foot forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Feel as if you got clotheslined at the hips and you're just hanging heavy, bending the knees, shifting the weight forward and back, just getting familiar with movement and keeping your balance during movement. And some natural, creative, unique movement in this fold. So whatever that looks like, feels like for you, pedaling out through the legs, maybe finding a bind. There's no right or wrong. As long as you're breathing deep, belly button firms in and up, head drops lower, press into the soles of the feet, tilt the tailbone higher. Exhale, head drops lower. Everybody release your hands down to your mat. As you inhale, hands can slide up the shins, fingertips stay together. Tailbone shoots back, collarbone pulls forward. Stay here for an inhale. And exhale, soften and fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Keep the knees soft. Tuck your tailbone, arms and head heavy. Take 3 to 5 breaths to enjoy rounding up. Drop your head heavier until you arrive in a standing position. Your chin lifts off your chest, your palms face forward. Drawing your tailbone down, imagining a string connected onto your sacrum with a weight at the end. So it's nothing drastic, just a nice subtle drawing down. So the pelvic bowl, front of the bowl tilts up. Fingertips are drawing down towards the mat, rooting energy through the soles of the feet and extending it through the crown of the head. With an inhale, sweep the arms up. Pause for a moment to soften the shoulders. And then inhale, lengthen. And exhale, grab a hold of the left wrist. With an inhale, lengthening out the left side body. Exhale, pull the left wrist to the right. Ground down through the sole of the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, pouring the weight into the sole of the right foot. Soften the right knee and then stick your left toes behind the right foot. To get a nice deep side stretch. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. You stay as you exhale. And then inhale, coming back to center. And just for a moment, exhale your hands to heart. Readjust your foundation. So your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and then your ears are stacked. So you're slightly tucking your chin. Same thing, other side. Inhale, sweep it wide. And exhale, soften the shoulders. Stand up nice and tall, breathe in. Exhale, grab a hold of the right wrist. And inhale, lengthen out the right side body. And exhale, go to the left. Take a breath in. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Ground down through the right foot. Exhale. Start to pour the weight over. Inhale. And then you exhale, soften the left knee. Stick the right toes behind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. One more round. Fill it up. And you stay. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, hands to heart at the front of the mat. Beginning to move through some sun A. So as you inhale, reach up, weight in the heels, hips forward, palms meet, look up, go back. Exhale, fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, collarbone pulls forward, nice and strong. And then exhale, spread the fingers firmly, plant the palms, step your right foot, then your left foot back into your high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop your knees, elbows stay in, please. Drop your chest and chin. And then dropping your hips and sliding the heart forward for your cobra. Feet down, knees active off the mat. Exhale, lower the chest, press onto all fours, curl your toes, down dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and step your left foot and your right foot forward. If you need to take more than one step, please do. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, soften and fold. Root down, sweep it wide, lift the heart, lift the gaze, look up, reach up, go back, and exhale, hands to heart. Pause and experience. Open the eyes, inhale, sweep it wide. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, spread the fingers firmly, plant the palms, step your left foot and your right foot back for a high plank. Option to drop the knees or shift forward and lower halfway down. Inhale for an upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Look to the front. You can step or hop and land softly. Any way you need to get there, find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Root down, sweep it wide, take up some space. Move intentionally with purpose. Exhale, hands to heart. Toe heel your toes and heels to touch, maybe just your toes. Drawing your tailbone down just slightly, neutralizing the pelvic bowl. If you feel the abdomen start to engage as you slightly tuck. Inhale, arms sweep wide. Exhale, chair pose. Send the weight in the heels. Maybe re-tuck the tailbone when you get there. Gaze is gently up through the fingertips. See if you can look down to see your toes. If not, sink more weight into your heels, into your hips. Soften the jaw. Take one more inhale, sit low, reach high. And then exhale, gently fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to firmly plant the palms. You step. If you jump, it's to bent elbows, chaturanga. Inhale to lift the heart, cobra or upward dog. And then exhale, send it back, downward dog. And then inhale, float the right leg just hip height. So that right pinky toe is squared down to the mat. We're not open real big. We're not pouring the weight over. Nice and square at first. And then inhale, come high onto the ball of the left foot. And then soften the left knee. Start to reach or maybe connect your stomach and your chest to your left thigh. Take an inhale. And then exhale as you come forward, right thigh hugs to the midline, around the spine, tap knee to nose or forehead. And then again, inhale this three-legged dog. Exhale, you use the left side body to seal round and tap. Last time, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, glue the right thigh to the midline, round the spine, and with control, you step your right foot through. Say it just landed here. Take your hand and help yourself out. For a moment, we'll stay. Find our fingertips on the mat and inhale, pull the heart forward. And exhale. One more breath in and breath out. Look down and step your left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, soften and fold. Root down, sweep the body, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Look up, look back, go back if you choose. Exhale. Hands to heart. Pause to experience. Being at home, if you have a family, if there's a lot going on around you, maybe cultivate some gratitude for who you share your space with. And then giving yourself this time to dropping back into this space on your mat. Maybe your toes come together. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, chair. Tuck your tailbone. Knees hug together. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, firmly plant the palms, step or jump, and exhale lowers you. Please keep your elbows in. And inhale to offer up the heart. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, floats your left leg hip height. Left pinky toe squaring down to the mat. And then inhale, high onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, bend the right knee. Try to glue your belly to your thigh. Breathe in. Exhale, round. Come forward, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. This time, glue the left thigh to the midline. Round as you come forward. Lunge off your right toes and gently step your left foot through. Help yourself out if you didn't quite get there. Fingertips find the mat. Inhale, pulling the heart forward. Exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. Exhale to look down. Step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, soften and fold. Root down, sweep it wide, lift the heart, the gaze. Look up, go back. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll begin to add on, bringing our toes, maybe our heels to touch. Drawing your tailbone down, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, chair. Take one inhale to sit low, reach high. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale to offer up the heart and pause. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg floats. Exhale. Inhale, high onto the ball of the left foot. Exhale, bending the left knee. Breathe in. Exhale, glue the right thigh to the midline. Round as you come forward and step the foot through. This time, grounding through your foundation to make any adjustments. Inhale, arms rise. Crescent warrior. Pinkies rotating towards one another, shoulders relaxed down the back. Coming high onto the ball of the left foot, soften the left knee. Again, tucking your tailbone, neutralizing the pelvis, trying to lengthen out the spine, take an inhale. And then exhale this funky twist, opening to the right. Shifting your gaze past your right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, right hand finds the outside of the left leg. Inhale, sweeping the left hand and shoulder back. And then exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale, right hand up for an easy twist. Belly button firms in and up away from the right thigh. Gaze past your right fingertips with your left eyeball. Be sure you're not sinking into your shoulder. Nice and open here. Take one more breath in. And exhale to plant the right hand down. Drop the left knee. Try to keep your hands towards the front of the mat. You may need to find blocks, or depending on your flexibility today, you might need to walk your hands back towards you. With an inhale, we'll lift our heart. And then an exhale, soften. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften. Again, inhale, halfway. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rebending the front knee. Plant the palms. Curl under the back toes. Try to step and do not drag your right foot back. So pressing into the hand, maybe finding a round in the spine. Step the right foot back, maybe even leave the toes hovering. You exhale to lower. You inhale to offer up the heart. And exhale, down dog. Breathe in through the nose. Open up the mouth, let it go. This time we'll inhale our left leg hip height. And we'll come onto the ball of our right foot. Exhale, bend deeply into the right knee. Breathe in. And then exhale, gluing the left thigh to the midline as you round forward with control, stepping your foot through. Making any adjustments necessary. And then when you feel grounded, inhale, sweep the fingertips wide, finding your crescent or warrior, and then inhale, reach it up. And exhale, this awkward twist to the left. Yeah. Okay, I gotta start over. And this time we'll inhale our left leg high, just hip height, exhale. Inhale, coming high onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, bending the right knee, fill the body up. And then exhale, glue the left thigh to the midline, around the spine, and use your right leg to help step your left foot in between the hands. Make any adjustments necessary. And then with an inhale, arms rise to crescent warrior. Lift your front toes up, land flat. Come high onto the ball of the back foot, soften the back knee. Neutralize the pelvis, breathe in. Exhale, this funky twist. Gazing past your back fingertips. A little bit of balance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, the left hand drops to the outside of the right leg. With an inhale, reach back to bend deeply into the front knee. And then exhale, the right palm down. Inhale, easy twist, left hand rises. Belly button firms in and up away from the thigh. Gaze past the left fingertips with the inhale. The exhale, bring your left hand down. Drop your right knee, and then sinking your hips back. Side may feel a little different. Inhale. The exhale, soften. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften. One more inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften. And then inhale, pulling it forward. Planting the palms each side of the front foot. Curling under your right toes, lift your right knee. Start to find the round in the spine so you can step the left foot back or maybe hover. Take a breath in wherever you're at. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to lift the heart. And exhale, downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Maybe look to the front, step or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it wide. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Look up, reach up, go back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale as we begin to add on. Full inhale, sweep it up. Then exhale, chair. Take a breath in, sit low, reach high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant the palms, step. If you jump, it's to bent elbows. Inhale to offer up the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Know that you can drop and find that always accessible child's pose. We'll inhale our right leg nice and high. Your toes can reach towards the right wall. Left heel continues to melt down. Breathe in. And as you exhale, bending the right knee, dropping your right heel towards your left seat. As you inhale, rotate out the ankle in one direction. Exhale, reverse the direction. And then inhale, start to find some stillness. Feel that right foot weighing heavier and heavier, and eventually allow it to flip your dog. Your feet rotate towards the back of the room. And then inhale, you lift your head. You lift your hips, you drop your head. Good. Think about coming into this back bend, this shape. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach your hand towards your legs. Then bend your elbow. And take your palm face outwards in between your shoulder blades. Start to look at the upper right-hand corner of the mat and just go for it, taking one big step, right foot steps forward. As you inhale, the right hand slides down the outside of the left leg. Your right hand comes up. And then you soften into your stance. Inhale, reach up and go back. As you exhale, fasten. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee, and then your right hand comes to meet the left. Drawing the right hip crease back, using your left toes to pull the left hip forward. Option to drop your knee. Pressing your right palm firmly into your left. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your back knee if you had it drop. Take a breath in. Exhale, look down at the right foot and step. your left foot next to the right. Take an inhale, and then exhale, fold. Option for your crow pose here. Maybe you'd like to take a goddess squat instead. Planting your palms just beneath your shoulders. Start to soften the elbows and shift the weight into your fingers just slightly. Walking the knees onto the backs of the arms. And maybe you just bend the elbows and start to rock forward and back, getting familiar with some weight in the fingers. And then maybe you come forward and point your right toes and tuck your right heel into the bottom. And then exhale, bring it down. Maybe you inhale, lift your left toes, and exhale, bring it down. Maybe you continue to alternate there. If you're moving into your crow pose, you're going to walk the knees onto the backs of the arms, lift one foot, and then the other, bring your big toes to touch. Try to bring the heels into your body. Inhale. Exhale, chin stays forward, one more breath in. And then exhale, you can sweep the heels back in chaturanga, or you can just lower yourself down and meet us in downward dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, float the left leg as high as you can get it, toes face outwards, right heel molds down. And then bending your knee, inhale, roll the ankle out in one direction. Exhale, opposite direction. Breathe in. Feel that foot weight heavier and heavier. Allow it to flip you. And then naturally both feet want to face the back wall. Inhale. Exhale. Reaching your left hand towards your knees. Bringing your palm face open in between the shoulder blades. Gaze meets the upper left-hand corner of the mat. In one big, courageous step, you step it forward. And inhale, left hand slides down the outside of the right leg. Right hand comes up. Take a breath in and reach up. Go back. And then exhale, fasten the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And then bring your left palm to meet the right. Gazing over your left shoulder. Again, option to drop the back knee. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. Exhale, gaze down. With control, step your left foot forward. Find your twisted chair, bend the left knee more. Pull the right hip back, inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, just drop your fingertips and step left foot back. Toe heel your right ankle behind the left wrist, and then dropping your right knee behind your right wrist. Lower left knee. Walk left leg out long. Keep hips square. Grab a prop if you need it. And if you find yourself rolling off onto the right hip, good indication to grab a block or a blanket. And then walking your hands back towards you, hugging the energy to the midline. Inhale. And then as you exhale, start to sink past that resistance that we naturally create. And then maybe you stay, or you begin to lower down onto your forearms, or your chest, or a block, maybe two blocks. Wherever you're at, you begin to tap into that breath. And allow the exhales to soften you. Inhale. And exhale. We'll be here for about another minute or so. With your exhales, maybe you go a little bit further and then walk your hands back it off. And then maybe you exhale and go a little bit further than before. And exhale, back it off. mind is busy, just drawing it back into this space. Into breath, into sensation. Can you soften the shoulders, soften the face, the eyes, the scalp? 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Fill up. And exhale, you stay. And then with your inhale, you start to walk your hands back towards you. Pause when you get to your palms. If you'd like to take it right into a 3-legged dog by curling your left toes under, please do. Otherwise, just come onto your knees, maybe onto all 4, and then circling out the right hip in any way that feels comfortable. And then when you're ready, we'll come to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth and let it go. And then we'll inhale, taking our left leg half. Exhale, lean your nose, and then gently dropping your left ankle behind your right wrist. Left knee behind the left wrist. Right knee drops. Lengthen the right leg long. Try to stay square in the hips, offering yourself some props. Walk your hands back towards you. Hug the energy to the midline. Lift in and up out of the hips. Breathe in. And then exhale, begin to move past that tension and resistance. And maybe you stay or you go. This side will look and feel a little bit different, allowing it to be what it is, as it is. See if you can relax that left hip. Be offering yourself a little self-massage. If you start to hold your breath or cut the breath short, that's a pretty good indicator to back off. You never want to compromise the breath. And we'll be here for about another minute or so. Allowing the breath to be deeper and bigger, more purposeful. One more breath in. Stay as you really soften and melt into this shape. And then walking your hands back towards you. Pausing when you get to your palms. Give yourself a moment. No need to rush. And then 3-legged dog, or maybe you stay on your knee and shake out the left hip in any way you need, any way you choose. And then we'll all meet in our downward dog, and we'll stay for a full breath in. Feel the belly press against the inner thighs. Fill up. And then let it all go out. We'll stay for an inhale. And exhale to drop your knees. Bring your big toes to touch. Child's pose for a full breath in. Fill up the belly. Feel it press against the inner thighs. And then let the breath all pour out. And then beginning to walk your hands back towards you, just coming through your kneeling position. And then you can either swing your legs around and cross your ankles any way you'd like to find long legs out. And removing any flesh out from underneath your sit bones, you can tent your fingertips, find some length, and then a soft bend in the knees, just enough so you can hinge at the hips and grab a hold of your big toes. Take an inhale, find a long spine, and then exhale, start to straighten out the legs, and then kind of walk one hip back at a time. Feel nice and grounded, breathe in. And then exhale, bend the elbows, soften the chin down to your chest. Inhale. And exhale. Let the head drop, breathe in. Bend the elbows more, exhale. This can get pretty intense, so fire up that breath. Inhale. Bend your elbows. One more breath in. And breath out. And slowly walking your hands back towards you. Maybe catching yourself behind your knee. Take your feet wide, hands behind you. Drop, knees to left, and knees to the right. Knees to the left, and allow your right arm to swing around. Drop your fingertips, find a nice little twist. And exhale. And then inhale, swing your right arm around, knees come to the right, then your left arm sweeps around, twisting yourself towards the back of the room. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Finding your block. I suggest you use it. If you don't have a block, a blanket unfortunately won't work here. But bringing the soles of your feet down. The closer you move the heels to the body, a little more challenging. If you scoop them away, you have a little more leverage. So you can choose. And then turning your palms face up, roll the shoulders down the back. Take an inhale. And exhale very slowly around the spine. You're going to hit an angle where you're just going to plop. But stay with that control. Maybe you pause. Give yourself a little pulse. Regain your strength. Find that breath. Inhale. And then continue to lower all the way down to the mat. And then inhale, reach your hands above the head. Point your toes to the front of the room. And then exhale, hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. If you take my class pretty often, you may know where we're going with this block in this shape. So bringing your legs to a tabletop position, finding your block, placing it in between your knees with a little extra block hanging out towards you. And then begin to compress the front of the body down. So try not to tilt and tuck the tailbone too much. Keep it neutral. Intertwine the hands behind the head. Thumbs lengthen down the neck. Keep your elbows nice and wide. Hug that block. If you don't have a block, you're just going to take a bicycle abs here. If you have the block, inhale. Everybody lift head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe in. Nice space between your chin and your chest. Exhale, bring your right elbow to hold the block between your right elbow and your left knee, and then your right leg lengthens out. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in and switch. Inhale, left leg lengthens out. Exhale, bring it in and switch. Inhale, right leg lengthens out. Exhale, bring it in and switch. Inhale, left leg lengthens. Exhale, bring it in and switch. Inhale, right leg lengthens. Hold it here. Hug the block tighter. Lift your left shoulder more. Breathe in. Exhale, switch. If you drop it, I'm about to help yourself out. If you dropped it 1,000 times, no big deal. Left leg goes out long. Hug the block tighter. Inhale, lift your right shoulder more. Inhale. And exhale, bring it down. Relax the head. The block stays in between the knees. You can turn it to its medium height. If you don't have a block, no big deal. Reach down and brush the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Seal the lower back to the mat by using the strength of the front body. And then inhale, peel, tailbone, lower back, mid-back for a bridge. Keep hugging your knees inwards. Press into the feet, lift the hips higher. Press into the hands and the forearms, lift the chest higher. One more inhale. And exhale.
exhale, lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to take a second back bend. You can continue to take your bridge, or if you'd like to take your wheel, fingertips face the tops of the shoulders, palms are by the ears. Wherever you're at, you're sealing your lower back to the mat. If you're taking bridge, come up. If you're taking wheel, same way. Lift your tailbone, lower back, mid back. Maybe come onto the crown of your head if you're just beginning to experiment with bridge. And then eventually you straighten out the arms, hugging the knees inwards. Keep the eyes open, drop the head back. Wherever you're at, we're taking 3 more rounds of breath. Knees hug inwards, hips lift. Breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale, fill up, lift up. Safely tuck the chin to the chest. Lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Once your tailbone touches down, toe heel your feet nice and wide on the mat. And then let the knees drop inwards to rest on one another. Maybe hands come to goalpost. That heart is beating pretty fast. Slow down the breath to slow down the heart. Then gently dropping the knees to the right. You can gaze over your left shoulder. Nice deep belly breaths. And then inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, dropping legs to the left. And gaze over the right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, coming back to center. Hugging the knees into the chest. Giving yourself one last hug. If you feel yourself kind of moving towards a happy baby, feel free. You can add any last movements. You can always add movements to your practice, especially when you're at home. And then curling yourself up into a nice little ball. Bringing your knees to your forehead to your knees. Inhale and hold the breath in. Squeeze tighter. Take another sip of breath in. Squeeze tighter. Another sip of breath in. Squeeze tighter. Another sip in. Hold it, sit in, and then open up the mouth, release the breath, release the legs long. Adjust your hair, adjust your clothing, your body, so you can find a comfortable final pose. Just opening yourself up to the benefits and the teachings of this practice, in whatever way they come to you. Allowing the hands, fingers to come to their natural curve. Relaxing your face, your jaw. Begin to melt into the mat. And if you're still kind of caught up in the thinking and the wanting mind, take a little mental drop down into the knowing heart. Begin to rest in that space. And know you are free to stay here as long as you'd like. Can't wait to be back in the studio, back on our mats, together, side by side, the energy of the community. But for now, practice, breathe, enjoy. We'll see you soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.